Hi, Caleb with Brownells here, back again with Adam from Spiritus Systems. This is going to be one of two of the basic system setup videos, this one being specifically plate carriers, and the other one we're going to do is going to be chest rigs. So with the plate carriers themselves and even the chest rigs, there's no click to buy the complete setup button. You have to buy each piece individually, and there's a good reason for that, and take us through it.
Sure, yeah. So we started an a la carte purchase model really from the beginning. We just kind of recognized that basically other manufacturers, they're trying to solve the problem of sizing, right? And that's really where the genesis of our a la carte system is that, you know, every single person ordering is tall or short, or they're just built differently. And the only way to really overcome those different body types is to either sell a la carte like we do, so that you pick the sizes of the things that you only need and you order just those, or we ship you everything. So, you know, you would buy a plate carrier and it would come with 5 different cummerbund sizes and, you know, different plate bags and all sorts of stuff in kind of like a kit. So we wanted to really keep the cost as low to the end user as possible.
Right.
So we decided to go with an a la carte. So you really are getting a more custom tailored plate carrier fit, as well as you're not consuming a ton of nylon that you don't need.
Excellent. Yeah, and speaking of custom tailored, all this is made in-house.
It is, yeah. So we are completely vertically integrated. We take material from a U.S. manufacturer, and then we build everything in-house. So we cut, sew, design, manufacture, and sell all of our own products in North Carolina.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a very hands-on process.
Yeah,
there,
sure.
For sure. And, you know, the basic plate carrier setup, there's 4 pieces minimum to set up a plate carrier.
Sure.
And then from there, everything else is extra, right?
It is, yeah. And that's the first step on a plate carrier is deciding, what you want to carry and how you want to carry it. So that was going to shape like the whole build. I always tell people that we kind of have a fork in the road. You have to choose with plate carriers where you're going to go, at least in the beginning, to get that first setup. So we already have established that we want to wear plates at that point. We want to wear some type of armor, and our plate bags are cut for contract-spec U.S. SAPI plates.
Okay.
So as long as you are, as long as you're going in that flavor of plate, you're going to be okay. We do list dimensions that'll fit in the plate bags, like a maximum dimension. So if you are ever concerned about that, you can just look at the website. That resource is there, so you get the right fitment, and you don't buy plates that maybe don't fit. But you need those couple of components, and those are we can identify very easily here on the table. You need a front bag, a front plate bag. You need a rear plate bag, and those are going to be the 2 pouches that you see on this guy. Yep. This is the front plate bag right here. That's going to carry one of the armor plates, and almost the same but a little bit different on the rear. There's the rear plate bag, which is going to carry your rear armor plate, and that is it's very common to this other carrier sitting here, but you might be able to see a couple of differences on it. This one specifically, when we talk about that fork in the road, is you have to decide, are you going to want to carry things on the plate carrier on the rear of the plate carrier? Specifically, this bag is our covert bag, and this was designed to be worn underneath clothing. It has a low profile. It doesn't have any MOLLE on the back. It doesn't have any zippers, things like that. The covert bag will accept any of the cummerbunds that we make, but it is just different in that it doesn't have all that stuff on the back.
Got it.
As opposed to our overt bag, which has all sorts of MOLLE and attachment points. It can take our recovery handle system. It can take our back panels. All of that stuff is on there. So you have to decide, do I want to have that low profile back, or do I want to eventually be able to carry some things on the rear of the plate carrier? And then on the front, we have, this particular cummerbund is a Velcro closure. So we offer 2 types of closure in a couple of different cummerbunds, if that makes sense. And this one
Sure.
has an elastic Velcro cummerbund on the front. And what that means is that essentially you're using hook and loop to attach the cummerbund to the front of the carrier. And there's a lot of times where Velcro is a great option for load carriage. It offers you the ability to really adjust the fitment on the fly. So if you're somebody who lives in a climate that has very large temperature extremes, in the summer you might have 100-degree heat, and in the winter you might have below zero conditions. I really recommend having a Velcro closure because you can put on a heavy coat or put on layers and just loosen it up a little bit without having to adjust the actual fitment of the cummerbund,
right,
and kind of on the fly. Whereas our other closure system, which is a tube system here, which is it's a plastic coupler that essentially you use this piece to kind of slide onto this other piece here. It has benefits as well. It's very fast to get on and off. And if you are taking your kit off a lot, if you're on and off all day, a lot of SWAT officers experience this. They are taking their kit on putting off multiple times a day. That Velcro can start to wear out over the years. So this actually prevents that Velcro from wearing out. So you have to decide, do I need that kind of, this tube closure, or can Velcro work for me when you're deciding your cummerbund? This cummerbund as well is made out of elastic. So this is our elastic 556 cummerbund. So it has these cells on the side, and it stretches when you breathe. So if you're planning on doing a lot of physical strenuous activity with a plate carrier, I would recommend going that route because you're going to have that flexibility while you're running around. You also, when you make this decision, you're making a decision that you're not going to attach anything like this MOLLE pouch. This is MOLLE is the standard system for attachment, developed by the U.S. government, and basically you just weave these in onto the cummerbund. If you go with that, that cummerbund, you've defined what you can carry. You have these cells, and you can fit radios in there. You can fit magazines. You can fit tourniquets, things like that. But you're not going to be able to attach pouches to the side or side armor if you ever wanted to put some kind of side armor on the vest as well. So the last thing is the shoulder covers. So shoulder covers are not 100% necessary. I'm going to pull one off. So they're not 100% necessary to have. As you can see, this plate bag has shoulder straps that you can just use without a shoulder cover if you wanted to. If you wanted the lowest profile cover or attachment point on there, you could do that. But the trifold shoulder cover offers a little bit of protection to the shoulder strap. It also allows you to route things from the back of the plate carrier to the front. So if you say you had like a hydration bladder on the back and you want to keep that hydration tube nice and neatly packed in there, you would just run it through the inside of the trifold and keep it from getting snagged on anything,
right?
Like that. People also run certain kinds of some people like a single point kind of sling. They'll run it through both shoulders that way. Communications wires for radios, you can run those through as well. So you need, in summary, you need a front plate bag, a rear plate bag that matches your plate size. And I guess that's another important thing to talk about is your plate size is determined by the size of you. And in order to, we can't really get into it in this video, but you should be researching, what size that is based on your body dimensions and what coverage you expect from your plate. So you match that to the plate bag, which those dimensions are listed on the website. And so you get your front and rear plate bag, usually matched. Most people wear the same, a large on the front, a large on the back, a medium on the front, a medium on the back. So you get that. Then you need a cummerbund, which is offered in 2 different sizes. And there's also a sizing guide for measuring to see what size you are. The majority of people wear a size 1 cummerbund, but there are people who wear size 2. So you just have to kind of like measure real quick with the tape measure, just see what size you need. So you need a cummerbund, your 2 bags, and then if you want to have some kind of shoulder cover, then you need those as well. And that'll get you started. That's going to get armor on your body. And you're going to have all the components you need to get 2 plates and wear them on your body. And then which cummerbund you decide to go with, which plate bag you decide to go with is based on the future of what you want to carry with it. Other items, right? Accessories.
Right, absolutely. So yeah, easy enough. That's pretty much all the information you need to get your basic plate carrier
Sure.
selected and set up. Of course, we're going to be going into further detail of all the different options of accessories to attach to it. But yeah, so having that baseline established is everything you need right there. So join us in the next video whenever we move into getting those additional accessories set up. Adam, thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
And if you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them in the comment section down below. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.